Hello, YouTube. Chris Ramirez here from Blissful Beauty. Hello, lovelies. Hello, Chris here from Blissful Beauty. So you're probably wondering what's going on here. So I am doing an intro sort of type thing with a YouTube. So, lovelies, if you see me kind of going back and forth, I have YouTube live going on right now, and I'm kind of like reintroducing, kind of reopening my YouTube. Yeah, so that's kind of another platform that I want to start utilizing now with my small business, Blissful Beauty. So I am a Senegence Distributor. And I don't have too much content of that sort here on YouTube, but I do plan to kind of change some of that. So so that's going to be up and coming. And so I have two cameras going on, lovely. So if you see me going back and forth, I'm talking to two audiences right now. So here we are. Yay. So it is Memorial Monday, Coffee Chat Memorial Monday. And it is the beginning of a new week. So welcome. How was your morning? As if you are popping in on either platforms, let me know hello. Where are you watching from? So I am in Texas. And how is the weather out in your place? So the weather here in Texas has just been like super, really weird. It can be really cool one day, and then the next day it's like we're in the 90s. That's just Texas, right? So hello and welcome. So for my YouTube watchers, I have a Facebook group called Blissful Beauty, and we're talking about self-care, beauty, and just how, kind of like a learning space, kind of like a safe place to talk about and ask questions about beauty, being skincare, being cosmetics. So I have weekly coffee chats, so I call them. So this is kind of like a sneak peek of my private weekly chat in my Facebook group. So I'm kind of introducing YouTube to kind of like an intimate and private view into my group. So I have weekly coffee chats, and we just kind of talk about, things that are coming up in the Senegence world, some things that are going on here in the group, just kind of like leave it open for questions, for anything going on, plans, goals that you have for the week. So that's kind of the space I'm kind of trying to grow here in my Facebook group. So it is called Blissful Beauty by Chris. That is my business name. However, the name of the group is Long Lasting Makeup and Beauty. Yeah, I know it's confusing, but just for searchability and visibility, my Facebook group name is different than my business name. But for the purpose of going out to markets and selling such, my business name is Blissful Beauty. So that's the logo you're going to see here in YouTube. And you're going to hear me talk about that here in Facebook also. So that's kind of the space I am trying to grow here in my Facebook group. Just something very intimate, private, kind of a safe space to talk about things, beauty, inspiration, faith, things going on in your life. It's all part of self-care. So that's kind of the group that I want to emphasize, and people that do come into my group, that is what I want to cater. So we are safe here. We are safe here. It is a private group. So if you do join, there are questions that need to be that are answered, and so it's very, very easy. So that is kind of opening up with that, the purpose of the group. And what I do love too, I'm kind of bringing in And in regards to YouTube, because my YouTube, I kind of have my two small businesses kind of like in one thing. So you're going to see some on my art shop, and then you're going to start seeing things for my Senegence. So I am a retired teacher, and I have two small businesses. You know, one is an art shop, which the ladies here on Facebook know, and then I am also a Senegence distributor. So and along with that, you know, I want this to be, my whole idea is just bringing self-care and beauty into a bucket, you know. Yes, and I'm doing that with art, and I'm doing that with beauty products, because both of them together, I feel both of them together just kind of lifts us up, gives us that confidence, that push up, you know, that we need in a day, you know, and yes, I'm going to be talking, you know, here and there, you know, very sporadically, you know, very of inspirations and affirmations and motivation. So that kind of atmosphere, you know. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get started with my weekly coffee chat. So yeah, so I want to first and foremost, let's go ahead and begin. I like to begin, not all the time, but sometimes I do like to begin with the verse of the day, and that's just my routine. And again, you know, this is kind of a sharing space as well. Not just, you know, my sharing space, but I totally leave it open to whoever pops in and watches and wants to share in my group. Your aspirations, your inspirations, your stories. So I gotta write that down in regards to stories. So yeah, and I also have a link. So it's a link tree. So it's a link tree, and I have it here on my accounts of all my social media. So I do have a lot of inspirational kind of faith-based small videos, you know, throughout my link tree. So look on there too. And so I have that. I share a lot of that, and I've been doing that for about a year. So yeah, that was just a God call. Seriously, it was just, oh man, I got to do this, you know, and I did it. And so I'm very proud of myself. So today's verse of the day that I want to share is Psalms 23:3, and it says this: He refreshes our soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. And that to me was just kind of a reminder when I read that. You know, that was just a reminder. You know, and we need a lot of those, you know, throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout, you know, we need it all the time, because we get so sucked into daily business, you know, work and home and relationships, and things that are going bad and things that are not going bad and things that are going great. You know, we need to be reminded that there is a God that is watching over us. He refreshes my soul. So that was like a great big reminder for me. You know, in the past few days, you know, I had a couple of very, you know, emotional days. And again, I'm not ready to share all of that yet. But, and it's like on moments like that, it's like you need to come back to the center. We need to come back to the center and think, you know, and not rely on other things and other people and other situations and other places. And we need to rely on God, because anything other than God's, we're gonna get sidetracked. We're gonna get disappointed. We're gonna get hurt sometimes. And so we need to stay focused, because he refreshes our souls and he guides us to the right paths. And that's kind of a season that I've really been learning a lot, lately is like, learning to trust and to hear God, discerning, and really listening to God in this season of my life right now. And it's just been, wow, it's been such an amazing journey. So that was Psalm 23:3 and 23:3 that really spoke to me this week. And it's like, okay, Chris, stop. Do not rely on other people, because we do that. We are fleshly beings. We rely on other people. But the fact of the matter is that they're not God. They're not going to give us what we need. They're humans just like we are. They're fall short of the grace of God, and it's like, if we're not following God, then everything else is just going to be mediocre. It is. It's going to be mediocre. So that was a real calling to me this morning when I read that. I'm like, okay, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So we need to come back and let God into our lives. And I do that every day, ladies and gentlemen. I have my God time in the morning, and that is my time with God. And if I need it during the day, I'm going to go back into my prayer area, my prayer place, wherever. I have several places here at home. And that's where I'm going to go, because I need to get centered and be with God at that moment. So that was my message for the morning. Real quick move, quick. So if you'd like to share here in the comments, what does Psalm 23:3 say to you? Share with us. And so that's kind of the sharing that I like to have open here in the group. And again, YouTube, this is kind of a sneak peek of what's going on in long-lasting makeup and beauty. And by the way, I may change that name. Because I'm kind of in the process of kind of doing things a little differently in my Facebook group. So hang around. Okay. And so talking about stories, and that kind of ties into what I have going on right now. So in regards to stories, so next month, and I'm kind of talking all over the place, but in June will mark the 1-year anniversary that I have been in Senegence. So with that anniversary, I am going to be starting a newsletter, and that's going to be coming out June 1st. So sign up. So here, YouTube, I will provide the link here in the summary. And I love, and it's just part of, I think that's just something that God has placed, that's just part of something that I love. I love to write. I love to share, share the good news, through different platforms, different situations. And so, and I love to write. So I thought, well, what a great way to kind of start my 1-year anniversary with a newsletter. So sign up, and I will have that link here on the bottom. And here in my Facebook group, there is a post with an invitation to sign up. So yeah, so that's something very exciting. That's marking my 1-year anniversary. And again, I want to use that platform also as a means to tell and share stories. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where God leads that journey. Okay, and then so we just finished in my Facebook group, we just finished skincare clinic. So all the videos and all the posts are going to remain here in the group. Ladies, if you want to go back and look through any of those ideas, there is a promotion going on. So it's a skincare challenge promotion. And that's going to go on until the 29th. So that's this Friday. And the promotion is if you purchase any of the cleansers and one special product, it doesn't have to be, any special, products. So if you want, say, for example, if you really want to focus on hydration, you want to get the climate control with one of the moisturizers, either the daytime or the nighttime moisturizer. If you buy 2 products, I will throw in the cleanser in there, the for free. And that will get you started on the Senegence skincare products. So that promotion is going to go on until Friday. Contact me. Reach out to me, definitely, because I want to help you decide what product is best for you. So let's talk about some of those areas that you are concerned about, be it wrinkles, or maybe it's, acne, or maybe it's just dryness, or maybe, we can talk about hydration, which product would be best for hydration, even though most and all of our products are heavy on hydrating and moisturizing our skin. So yeah, get in touch with me, and I will put that order in for you. Okay, so reach out to me. What are the 2 products that you want to get? And I'll throw in a cleanser there for free. So that promotion goes on until the 29th. So reach out to me. So and then I also had another promotion going on, and I'll extend it again. I'll extend it till today. I had originally had it to end today at noon. I'll go ahead and extend it. I'll extend that 30% off. 30% off to anyone who hosts their own skincare clinic. And so that promotion is, let me pull it up here. Commit to hosting a future skincare clinic with at least 5 to 7 ladies, and you will get a 30% discount of your entire order. Wow. Awesome. Just for hosting. So invite 5 to 7 ladies, and for hosting, you will get 30% discount off of your entire order. Okay. And that was to finish today at noon, but I'll extend it until 6 today. So, and then I'll take care of the rest. You bring the folks, and I'll bring the rest of the stuff, right? And we'll do that. We'll set that clinic up very privately. We'll have our own space. It won't be here. It won't be here in the Facebook group because we already did it, right? We'll do our own clinic in another platform. Okay, so yeah, so get in touch with me today to set up your own skincare clinic, and I'll be in touch with you. Yay! So that's gonna go on until today. All right, so that was something that we did here in May. So we did a skincare clinic, and and I'm in the process of planning all the goodies going on in June. So I'm gonna have an open house coming up in June for any of my local gals here. Come on over, and I'll post that information here in the group. So that's kind of something coming up in June. Of course, my newsletter is going to come out June 1st. So sign up. And then also coming up for this summer plans rather, in July, I also have a market planned out to participate in the Bonita market here in town. So that's going to be in July too, and I'll put those dates here in the group as well. So those are my summer plans. Yay! Yay! So yeah, keep a lookout, keep an eye out. If things going on here in the group. I like to keep it engaging. I like to, I have games, I have random giveaways, you know, but you got to keep an eye out because those kind of pop out, you know, very, very like surprisingly. So keep an eye out. I know our website, the Senegence website, have promotions going on. Kind of even us distributors are kind of, oh wow, that's coming out like tomorrow. And I kind of make it a point to try and let ladies know here in my group of things that are, and sometimes it's free gloss, you know, with adjacent orders. So yeah, so keep an eye out on that. We'll see what's going to be coming out in June or out this summer. And that is it. That is it for the news. So yeah, things to do, ladies and gents. Sign up for my newsletter. It's coming out in June. It's coming out in June. So if you're the kind of person who you know, I just don't get on the internet, Chris. You know, I don't get on often enough. Sign up for the newsletter. If you're more of a reader and you just kind of want to do that instead of, you know, coming into the group, I will, you know, keep things updated on the newsletter for those people that are not, you know, internet people, or you don't like to spend a whole lot of time, you know, on the internet. You know, newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter is for you. Okay, and yeah, so here for YouTube, welcome. So here I am. So this is my second business, Blissful Beauty by Chris, and my Facebook group is called Long Lasting Makeup and Beauty. So look that up and join if that is something that that you like, something that you'd like to get into and to learn more about. So I highly encourage, yes, and share, invite and share, ladies and gents, for those watching this video. Okay, and then I like to end all my Facebook Lives with a demo, So I'm, you know, the lip sense, when I started the lip sense, my favorite item, well, of course, aside from the skincare, because that's something that kind of really changed things up for me, is the lip sense. Senegence lip sense. Some people have heard about it. Some people have not. Some people are barely learning about it. But Senegence lip sense has been in business for 25 years. And that was their first product when they first came out into business, was the lip sense. So what is the lip sense? Lip sense is long-lasting, smudge-proof, waterproof, a lip color. It's, some people like to compare it to, or when they think about it, as lip stain. I'm going to say it's much more elevated than a lip stain because it has skincare in it. It has skincare in it. And that is what makes it special, and kind of puts it and kind of makes it special than all the other lip stains that smudge and come off and dry out your lips and really don't moisturize your lips at all. So I am going to do a demo today, and I know a lot of my gals like the nudes and the neutral colors. So I have this one I thought was so, and I had it here on my desk, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So, because I was going to come on, and I had already done a demo of just the gloss. This is the Latte Gloss. I love this because it just kind of evens out. If you look at my lips right now, it's like they're it's very uneven, different tones. You know, it just doesn't, it's not, how would I say? It's not evened out. That's kind of what I mean. So the Latte evens out the color so that it's all looks uniform. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair this Latte with the long-lasting lip sense. This one is called Creamer. And if you look at the color, that is like totally a nude color. And a lot of my ladies like that nude color. So now we're going to see here what it looks like. So the long-lasting, so there are two types of lip scents in Senegence. So one is the 18-hour long-lasting color, which is this one. And this was the original formula that came out with Senegence. Secondly is the cream, and that one lasts 6 to 8 hours. And with the cream, all you need is one layer of color and no gloss required. With the long-lasting, with the original formula, you need to put on 3 layers and top it off with a gloss. And that is going to last you 18 hours, I promise. It really, 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 really is. So let's do it. So creamer, so this is creamer 18-hour formula. And so you're going to put 3 layers of color, and then you're going to seal it, seal the color with, now if you are a new person to lip scents, a new customer, or have never tried lip scents, we highly, highly recommend with the gloss swab. We do have all different colors and tinted glosses. We highly recommend you get the glossy first to seal your color with a glossy, because that is the most hydrating gloss for your lips. And new gals into lip scents, we need to hydrate our lips, and the glossy is going to do that for you. Okay, so here is, so I've got my mirror here. Oh, I didn't know my phone was, so I've got my mirror here. And first layer. So kind of stretch your lips a little bit, then on the bottom. And then give it about 5 to 10 seconds to dry. This is literally like my skin tone. So if your skin tone is anything like mine, this is like exactly the same. And again, it evens out the color on your lip. Okay, and then, so that's layer number 1. I'm going to go in and put layer number 2. So when you're doing this, do not smack your lip. We're so used to doing that. No smacking. So give it about 3 to 5 seconds to dry, and then put a second one. Kind of stretch your lip out so that we can get it a smooth skin there. And then another on the other side. And then another 3 to 5 seconds. Now this is the creamer long-lasting lip scents. This is the 18-hour formula. Give it around 3 to 5 seconds. I like to go a little longer just in case, because it is originally 5 to 10, but it seems like they're kind of, so even here YouTube, as you can see, the tone on my lip is all even now. Okay, so that's 2 layers, and now 1 more. Go over it again. And then on the top. There you go. And give it another 5 seconds. Don't smack, because it is going to be sticky. And it's going to kind of mess up the smoothness. So stretch it out, stretch the lips out, let it dry. And then we're going to seal that color. We're going to seal in the color and then moisturize. This is what's going to moisturize your lips. Now for new gals, when the very first time that you try lip scents, you're going to feel a little sensation on your lips. And that, if you feel that, some gals do, some do not. If you feel that a little tingling on it, that's just a sign to you to tell you that your lips are dehydrated. And usually all of our lips are. All of our lips are. Don't get frightened, because that's basically telling you that your lips are very, very dehydrated. You need to hydrate it. And what is it going to look like? Sometimes you have a lot of like lines on your lips. And, you know, just like our skin can get wrinkles, our lips can too. So that's just a sign to you to tell you you need to get some moisture into your lips. And that's what our glosses do. Now, since I've been using lip scents for many years, I don't need the glossy. So the glossy is just, this is almost done. This is literally, this is my tube and I'm almost done with it. So it's not a very good example, but it's a glossy. It's just a clear gloss, very hydrating. That's what you need to use for my new lip scent gals. But since I've used it for so long, I like to seal my lip scents with either, you know, glittery, you know, just another kind. It could be a tinted lip gloss. It could be rose glitter, silver glitter. We have all different types of gloss. So, and I can do that because I've been using it for a while. So I'm going to use the Latte, and the Latte has a very, it's also like a very nude color. So I'm going to seal it with Latte gloss. And that's going to kind of give you that, seal it in. There you go. The top. And then you can smack. Once you got your gloss on, now you can kind of smack it and kind of move it around. Make sure that it's all over your lip. And there you go. And there you go. So it is smudge proof, and it's going to stay on for, doesn't come off. There's no color on there. What you see there is the gloss. The gloss doesn't need to be reapplied. So that is what you're gonna see on my finger. So but it's not the color. The color is gonna stay with you, I promise. And then as a promotion in my group, anybody that that wants to start out with lip scents, I have a starter kit. So we have a starter kit for a new lip scent gals. So one of them is a color, another one is a gloss, and the other one is the lip color remover. You need that. That is the only way the color is going to come off. So all of those three together is the starter kit. And in my group, for anybody who's starting with lip scents and wants to, you know, start taking advantage of the glosses and all the different colors, if you purchase a starter kit, I will gift you a lip purse. So I have little pictures of those lip purses in my group. So yeah, and there we go. So this is what this is gonna be my lip color for today. And that is all, ladies and gentlemen. So this is May 25th, Memorial Day. Y'all have a blessed and very restful day, spending time with your family, with your veterans. You know, let's not forget everything that they've done for us and for our freedom and our country. And spend a wonderful day. Spend a wonderful day. It's been nice meeting you, YouTube. I hope to see you soon again. And gals, I will see you later. Bye.